Hey, what's up everybody? This time on Stout Custom, more stuff you should never do to your C10. Let's go. All right, all that wonderful panel alignment we had is gone. Cutting the inside out of the fender, let the fender move around, and then I welded it all back together. Yeah, it moved. So now I've got to readjust, realign, regroup. We'll see what happens. All right, so I'm marking some stuff that needs adjustment on this fender. I didn't do a whole lot of studying on it. I just started cutting, stitching together. When you do something custom like this that you've never done before, you just gotta go for it. You know, this thing I don't know, I'm gonna try to use it. I keep saying it may end up in the garbage, but I'm gonna do my best to use it. But when you go through it, there's things you got to figure out. You know, you're not going to do it the first time the same way you would the time after that or the time after that. So on this one, I'm learning a lot. Definitely some improvement could be done in a lot of places. I could have lapped the metal over each other in some spots rather than button it up and trying to stitch it together. Always room for improvement. But like I said, this is the first time I've attempted this, so there's going to be a lot to learn. The other side, the driver's side, it's going to come out a little bit better than this one because all the stuff I learned. Anyway, just going to say, just go for it. Cut it up, weld it together, see what happens. It's the only way to learn. It's kind of like this wheelhouse right here. I got an idea where I want to cut it. Somewhere around here. Over this way. I think I'm going to drop down. I'm either going to go across there or across here. I'm going to study on that for a minute. So all these cuts may not be exactly where they should have been. I may figure out that I should have done it differently. I'm going to go ahead and figure it out as I go. It's all you can do. Unless you're a mathematician or something, you can figure all this out and cut it once. So my plan is to cut this like I just did, and then I'm going to mount it truck. And mount it where it goes. I'm gonna mount it where it goes, bolt it in, bolt the top half in, and then fill in the middle. See if it works. So as I start bolting things together, a lot of times I go through and I put anti-seize on them. I want to make sure they go in and come out, since it's going to be a repetitious process. So I'll put that on there to make sure that they're going to come back out. This is all trial and error. Just try to keep the errors to a minimum. Ah! Strike one. Let's try it again. Well, I bumped the camera, so you didn't get to see me put that in, but there was a lot of cussing. Probably didn't want to hear that anyway. Let's take a look and see what we got. So it's bolted in. A couple bolts to hold it. So this is usually underneath the core support. Now it's on top. So we'll have to figure that out. Here's our cut. So now we got should be about 3 inches there. I need to measure it. I can go up a little bit. Only scratching the firewall a little bit. I'll probably just get a new inner wheelhouse, kind of repeat this process and give me a little more to work with. Just wanted to get this in here and see what kind of other issues I run into. The front, this should be underneath and bolt to this, bolt up through it. So we either have to cut that or make some kind of filler. Might just make a filler piece, come under here, come under and up to meet it. I'm not sure if it's worth all the effort. It's a lot of work for 3 inches. Make sure we have room to turn this thing. I may have to clock the turbo a little bit differently, but right now I think we're okay. Still got room down there. Might have an issue with the wastegate. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is take the coil spring out so I can get this thing down really low, put a tire and wheel on there, and just make sure that I'm getting the clearance that I'm trying to get. See if all this effort is even worth it. And then after that, if I'm gonna go with the factory Wheelhouse, I'm probably gonna order a set since they're pretty cheap and these are full of rust. Give me a good starting point. This Wheelhouse made a really good template, so I'm able to cut it up and figure out where I should have cut it. And then the next one, I'll be able to do a little more accurately. Hey, as always, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, come on, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you over here, and we'll see y'all next time.